Good evening, YouTube. Good evening. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday night. I certainly am. I'm off on holiday tomorrow. So yeah, this will not be a massively long stream, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And just answer some of your questions. I know there's a lot of meltdown right now, what with the way the club's going at the moment. But I'm trying to stay positive. I still back the manager. I think that that shouldn't even come into question right now. I think Unai Emery's inherited an almost impossible job, but I think he is at fault for the back end of last season. I'll say that right now. I think that him and the players need to take some sort of responsibility for bottling the last 8 games of the season, which, let's be real, they did. So yeah, but I'm not going to lose my my temper over it. I'm not going to go into meltdown over it. At the end of the day, I wanted the previous manager gone for a long, long time. So I will give Emery this season. I'll see what he does at the end of the season and go from there. But last season was very, very disappointing in the end. So yeah. Thank you to nearly 200 people already inside 1 minute 20 seconds. That's close to a record, I think. So let's go through some of these. Lee's Holiday Stellar Fund. Good evening, VP. Anybody who doesn't know who VP is, he is now a moderator of the channel. Razor Fund. Do you know what? That's coming off tomorrow. Eyebrows will be did tomorrow. Hair will be cut tomorrow. Live stream tomorrow will be a lot earlier than 5 o'clock because I will be at the airport at 5 o'clock. So that'll be coming at about maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a bit earlier, maybe about 1:30, I don't know. And there will be no 9 o'clock stream tomorrow, as I will be on a plane to sunny Spain. So so yeah. Thank you to everybody already in the chat. Right, let me make Sergio Hernandez a moderator as well, because you're always in my chat rooms, my friend, and you're always kind and generous as well. So I appreciate that, mate. So yeah, any fake accounts you can kick them, bruv. Feel free. I see lots of people in this chat room talking to me about Mr. DT uploading a welcome to Arsenal Kieran Tierney video, and now it's disappeared. So listen, it's not commonplace. It's not commonplace, should I say, to pre-record a video. I've done it. I'm sure that he's probably done a Zaha one as well. You know, I've done that in the past. It's normal to pre-record a video. I think he maybe had a schoolboy error there by releasing it when he did. It's obviously scheduled in for, I don't know, whenever it's scheduled in for, and he maybe just accidentally went on the wrong video. So listen, Kieran Tierney's not done to Arsenal. I think we can all realise that. But yeah, it's probably a little schoolboy error from him. Makeover fund, mate. I need a makeover. Do you know what? I need this holiday so badly, mate. Yeah. Right. Since I bought my house, yeah, I have only been to France for a long weekend, and I've lived here 2 years to date. In fact, yeah, it's actually 2 years today I moved into this gaff. So, so yeah, I got the keys 2 years ago today, and I've only been to France for a long weekend. Before I moved into this house and actually owned a property, I was going on holiday every 3 months, sometimes for 3-4 weeks at a time. So yeah, buying property does kill your bank balance. So, so yeah, there we go. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's answer your questions. That's why you're all here. Good afternoon, Brandon. Has Abs says, good afternoon. What's going on, peeps? I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope everybody else is. Tom Lee, I'm now a moderator as well. Mate, just, you need to do it in blue, bruv. You need to do it in blue. David Roach, what would your ideal 3 or 4 signings be? Right, listen, I know there's a lot of meltdown about William Saliba. Let's be real, yeah? 6 weeks ago, nobody knew who the kid was. So let's just not all have a meltdown about it. Let's just all rein it in for a little bit, yeah? I did a stream about this earlier. I'm not going to go over it all, but I'll give you a snippet. The same journalists tweeting out that Tottenham have gazumped us for the deal were the same journalists that were tweeting for 3 weeks straight that it's a done deal and he is an Arsenal player. So I don't believe anything they say. Maybe this is the club putting it out there, S.Teov putting it out there just to get it over the line and get it officially done. Maybe Tottenham have bought him. Who knows? At the end of the day, I couldn't give two Fs about William Saliba. I didn't know who he was 6 weeks ago. I genuinely don't care whether we sign him. If we sign him, great, cool, I'll back him. If we don't, I ain't losing my rag over it. Yeah, I'm getting way too old in life to start losing my rag over players and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Tony Flowers says 2 a.m. kickoff on a Tuesday. Is that when it is? It's a Jesus Christ, 2 a.m. Rah. A lot of people won't be watching that then. Chig's rant tonight was glorious. Good evening, Rabba. Do you know what? I'll make you a moderator as well, because you always watch my lives as well. So thank you for that as well, my friend. Yeah, I've not seen Chig's rant. And listen, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. My opinion is I'm not going to lose my rag over anything. I'm 37 years old. I feel about 137 years old, and this holiday can't come quick enough. So yeah, Shirok, good evening to you, mate. I always love your name as well, Shirok. Lee, I know you. I know when you said your hairline goes back, it's because the barbers do it on purpose, so you keep going. Yeah, trust me, bruv. Yeah, listen, my hairline goes back to the Invincible era. In fact, probably to Anfield '89. Yeah, this club has put me under so much stress over the last 20 years of watching this football club, or more, 30 years. Yeah, I am. My hairline does go back quite a distance. And do you know what? Every time I go and get my hair trimmed, yeah, it goes back another ½ inch. What about Ziyech, Lee, says Jack Costly. Do you know what? It's funny you brought him up, right? Because he's one of the players I'm going to speak about in my daily transfer update for tomorrow morning. I might pre-record that tonight because there's enough info out there for me to do that. But yeah, he is one player I am going to speak about. So 7 o'clock in the morning, keep your eyes peeled for that. Real Chig is in the house. Good evening, Chig. If you're not subscribed to him, he's the one with the blue writing and the blue spanner. He is the official Chig. Can't we just get him Titty? No one cares about Saliba. He has had a chance to be good. That doesn't mean he will be good. And Titty has already proven centre-back, says Coxie HD. Mate, listen, I agree. Putting all our time, money and effort into a manpower into signing a kid that might be good, that might not be good, that's not going to be here until next season, I think is a little bit stupid. Listen, he may have an outstanding season again this season coming and might be worth 60 million at the end of it. But it's still a risk. Let's be real. Why not go and put all that money, time, manpower, effort into signing somebody who's ready for now? Yes, it's great that we're looking after the future. I get that. But really, 30 million quid on an 18-year-old? Not sure. Not sure. I'd much rather go for something tried and tested. Leonard, good evening to you. I know you're an avid watcher, my friend. I will start to worry if no one has been signed by the end of July. Well, exactly. This is the thing, right? Everyone's in meltdown at the moment. And I get it. Listen, I genuinely get it. People expected better. I expected better. I genuinely thought that we would have players on the plane. Instead, our club captain don't want to go anywhere apart from out of the club. And we've signed Martinelli. So it's a massive disappointment. But at the same time, out of the 20 Premier League teams that are in the league right now, how many of them have signed players that have been announced? It's not that many. It's not that many. Most of the business gets done in the last 2 weeks of the transfer window. I don't expect that to change, although I thought we would actively be out there looking and getting, well, I know we're looking, let's be real, we're not looking. But I thought we'd have a lot more done than an 18-year-old from Division 4 in Brazil. Did you see Zaha's missed for Ivory Coast, says Syed Awad? I haven't, mate, I haven't. Something popped up on Google earlier when I was searching for transfer news and that, and it was, it had a link to a video, but it didn't play. And it was about somebody grabbing hold of somebody's hand and smacking it in their face or something, and then it went to penalty. I don't know, mate. I've not watched any football since Europa League final. I need a holiday. And I'm only annoyed. I'm an Arsenal fan, says Gary. Gary, book a holiday, bruv. Good evening, Callum. Thank you for that, my friend. Do you think Ryan Fraser would improve us? Big fan. Thank you. I appreciate that, mate. I do. I think Ryan Fraser should be somebody we sign. I think that that's got to be done. listen, we can all sit here and pluck out these funky names and fancy names from all these overseas teams, and that's cool, right? Listen, there's some fantastic players abroad, right? Let's go and get some tried and tested. Let's go and get some players that have proven they can stand up and do it in the Premier League. Yeah, you know, we need to go and get workhorses. We need to go and get these players that want to do the dirty side of the game. Ryan Fraser fits that mould. Ryan Fraser, if you listen to what Jack Wilshere said the other week, is the hardest working footballer he's ever worked with. And he's worked with some good players over the years. So, listen, why not go and get him? Why not? Why don't we go in for Douglas Costa, says Rory. Good player. Not for me, mate. Not for me. He's 28 years old as well. I think he's 29 soon as well. So seems to have been around forever. And everyone seems to think he's still a young kid. Very similar to Jesse Lingard. Everyone thinks he's a young talent. Douglas Costa's nearly 29. Yeah, he's definitely 28 as far as I know. So listen, he's a good player. But there's a reason he's not stepped it up and gone to that real top class level. Because I don't think he is in that top class. Which players are for you? I'll tell you which players are for me, Roy the Boy. Lewis Dunk, for me all day long. Proper centre-back. Yeah, that is somebody we need. An old school centre-back. None of this tippy-tappy, play it out the back crap. Old school centre-back that wants to get his face in front of a ball and take one for the team. Yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Ryan Fraser, I'd take him in a heartbeat. And Didi, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Them three players alone make Arsenal top four. That's how I see it. Them three players alone get Arsenal in the top four because they're three players that will run through brick walls for you. They're relatively cheap. If you add it all up, it'd cost what? About £95 million for them three players. Ship a couple of players out. You know, add the wage bill in that we've saved by the players that have already left, that have come to the end of their contract and time at Arsenal. That comfortably pays for them. But I'm not running Arsenal. I'm not Unai Emery. I'm not Edu. I'm not Raul or Vinay. I don't get a say in it. I can just give you my opinions, and if people like it, cool. But Slamsy says Ryan Fraser and Titi, Tierney, Ziyech, Fekir, all of them. Fekir, not sure about Fekir. Not sure about him. Titi's still a risk though. Don't get me wrong. Right, listen, that guy's got a dodgy knee, mate. Yeah, but I would take him. Tierney in a heartbeat as well. So you could go and do £120 million on four players, Dunk, Fraser and Didi and Tierney for 120 million. You get rid of 4 or 5 out the squad for even 50 million. You've only spent £70 million and you've instantly improved your team. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's scroll back to this. Good evening, J. Rob. Thank you for that, my friend. Appreciate that. New subscriber, Eveningly. Good evening, Gary. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Lewis Dunk was probably the best centre-half outside the top 6, to be fair. Exactly. And this is the thing. When I mentioned him on Twitter, everyone went into meltdown saying, look, what, you want to get relegated? You want to be this? You want to be that? Yeah, and then a few bigger accounts start talking about him, and all of a sudden, everyone wants him. It's hilarious, mate. It's funny. Indeed, it would cost you a lot, probably 60 million, says Anfield Fortress. Do you know what? You're actually probably right there. I probably underestimated him. I valued him around 40s. But yeah, you're probably right. You've got a point there, mate. It's probably about 60, 55, 60. But listen, he's somebody that would walk straight into the first team. Put him next to Lucas Torreira. That midfield is instantly better. Go with the wingers. Go with Iwobi on one side. Go with Fraser on another. You could even go with Fraser as a number 10 and Iwobi as a number 10 behind one striker if you want to play 2 behind. So there's loads of different ways you could do it, but you know, we've all got our own ideas of how to be great, and sadly none of our ideas really matter. It's the ideas of the club, and let's just hope that they've got good ideas, because it's getting to the point where we've got less than 4 weeks now, 3 weeks, 6 days to get our transfer business done, and if we don't get it done properly, we're in big trouble next season. Will I lose my shit about it? No, because I'm bored of ranting and crying and screaming and shouting, and, you know, I can't be bothered with it. I genuinely can't be bothered. I just want to go and watch my team play football. If we're crap, yeah, I'll say we're crap. If we play well, I'll say we play well. That's what I've always done. Sometimes I've gone a little bit over the mark with a previous manager and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I wanted him gone, and now he's gone. It's like a massive weight has gone off my shoulders, and it's just like, oh, thank God. Last season was a joy to watch the lads, even though we bottled it towards the end of the season. Going week in, week out and watching them play, it was a joy to watch him, especially when I was there watching him. And Lucas Torreira scores the 4th against Tottenham, rips his shirt off. The scenes in the crowd that day, Chelsea away, the limbs in the away end when we equalised. You know, Man City away, I missed the first goal. Yeah, I was waiting for my ticket. Yeah, I was waiting for my pal to turn up with my ticket. And he was hobnobbing as usual. But yeah, we got in the ground and Aguero had already scored. Newcastle away, I'll never forget that. Great trip, man. Wicked trip, wicked weekend, great laugh with good people. So yeah, it's just it's nice to watch your team. It's not nice when you get bantered off 5s and 6s and stuff like that consistently. But last season, the atmosphere at the ground was different. It was different. You know, the seasons before that, it was just toxic. You know, but last season it was nice to go to the ground. You know, everyone was. You know, when we conceded against Liverpool at home, not one person in that crowd was like, "Oh, here we go again." Do you know what I mean? Everyone was like, "Come on, boys, get behind them." And it was just a different atmosphere at the Emirates all season. I didn't do many away games last season. I couldn't be bothered, if I'm being honest. You know, when you've got a missus and a kid and all that, it's not easy to juggle it all, you know. But yeah, yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's read this out. Lom Vask, thank you. My wife ain't happy. I spend more time watching your vids than I am with her. Have a wordly. Keep up the great content. Been subscribed from day one. Do you know what? Thank you very much. And listen, cut my stream off, bruv, and go and give wifey some attention. I vote Lee Gunner as Arsenal's new CFO. You know more about the finances than these fools at the club. Good evening, Nuno. I hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for that as well. Listen, it's not rocket science. Arsenal's accounts are posted all over the internet. It's easy to go and check their accounts out and see what's coming in and what's going out. I'm not an accountant. I don't claim to be an accountant, but I'm not going to lose my rag when I know how it works. You know, at the end of the day, I want Arsenal to go and compete. You know, and you know we've all got different ways of getting there. You know, we had different ways with the previous manager. Some of them wanted him to stay and said it was the quickest way to get to another title. Others didn't. You know, so yeah. Demba Cisse. Are you a Newcastle fan by any chance? I'll never forget that goal Cisse scored, bruv. That was a madness. It was against Chelsea when he just went whoosh and it just went flying straight in. Says, Lewis Duncan Didi can make Ozil great again. Jesus Christ. Are you sure? I don't think Ozil can be great again, to be honest with you. Fraser is actually a workhorse. I'm sick and tired of fanboy attitudes on the field of play. Do you know what, mate? Listen, I agree with you. We need people that run around. Yeah, you know, it's all well and good jogging back and, you know, cutting off passing lanes and stuff like that. I want somebody to go straight through someone. Yeah, I want somebody that's going to say, do you know what? Yeah, you ain't messing with the Arsenal today. Yeah, we're up for it. You ain't going to bully us anymore, because for too long we've been bullied on the pitch. And I want players that are come in and go, do you know what? We ain't being bullied today. And that's what we had when we had the likes of Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, all them sort of great players, yeah? They'd be like, yeah, you want to have a war? We'll have a war. You want to play football? We'll play you off the park. And we had a bit of everything. We ain't got that anymore. All we've got now is a couple of good players and a lot of prima donnas. Sergio says we need more games like the 5-1 at Fulham. Do you know what? That game was fantastic, mate. I wasn't there, but the atmosphere was apparently mad. So, yeah, I do agree with that. Mohamed Erafin says, why Emery doesn't want Ziyech? He's a quality player. I don't know. Listen, like I said earlier, I don't know if you joined after I said it, but I'm going to speak about Ziyech on my daily transfer video in the morning. I've left it a couple of days because I've seen the reports that we don't want him. I'm going to save that for my transfer video in the morning and speak about it on there. But yeah, it does seem a little bit weird. Scott from Mustafi says, Lee, tell me, who do you want me to bully this season? Bruv, listen, you shouldn't even be at their club this season. Wenger is the reason we have so many shit players, says Unknown Wonder. Listen, mate, that always happens. When a new manager comes in, he inherits an old team. Yeah, I'm done crying about the old manager. He's gone. He's never coming back. It's done. Now all we've got to do is offload the crap that's here. Ozil for Neves. Mate, listen, I'll take you for Neves, Daniel. Sorry, you for Ozil. Dream signing this summer, says Thomas. For me, Koulibaly. That would be the dream. That sorts our defence out massively. Stick him next to Socrates or Holding, or both. So yeah. Do you follow cricket? No, I don't, Syed. I don't. Thoughts on Spurs? They're shit, Martin. They're shit. But let's be real. They're actually not. Unfortunately, they're better than us. But history doesn't tell you they're better than us. History tells you we've won more than them. So yeah, technically they are shit, but untechnically they're better than us right now. Offload the crap. That's easier said than done, says Stephen. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. It is easier said than done, mate. The problem is when you've overpaid a whole squad, it's not easy to get rid of people because, you know, who's going to pay Jenkinson 40 grand a week? Who's going to pay Ozil 350 a week? Who's going to pay Xhaka 90 a week? Who's going to pay, you know, Mustafi 75 grand a week? They're comfortable. They are not going anywhere, unfortunately, which is a big unfortunate for Arsenal because it means we're lumbered with them for next season as well. Why don't we play 4-1-2-1-2 with no wingers? I think we've tried that a few times, Nicholas Kosh. Unfortunately, when you play with a number 10, you need somebody that can run around and affect a game. We haven't got one that can do that. The one we have got that can do that was shoehorned into left forward last season. Thoughts on Griezmann to Barcelona, says Jay Jones. Do you know what? I see this. Atletico tweeted it out, right? And do you know what? They've gone in on Griezmann and his representatives, yeah? And rightly so. Listen, if the fee was 200 million and he's somehow got it down to 120, I don't know the full ins and outs of it before anyone says I'm chatting crap. All I see was that they were saying he was valued at 200 and his buyout was 200 and he's gone for 120 and they've deposited 120 and he's signed for Barcelona. And it's something to do with the time scale of when it was reduced from 200 to 120. Listen, he's a good player. He ain't worth 120 million pounds. That's for sure. He's not in the top 10 in the world for me. Good player, very good player. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't top 10 in the world. Just got strawberries and cream. Do you know what? I haven't had any strawberries and cream for time. You know it's Wimbledon time when you're eating that, isn't it? Griezmann is the next Coutinho. Yeah, do you know what? I can see that. I can see that. Bellerin, Duffy, Socrates, Tierney, decent back four, says Stephen Foster. I agree with that as well, mate. Cut Ozil's wages in half and he might play better, says Alan Gaffney. Mate, I don't think we could even pay him £1.3 million a week. He ain't playing any better. He's done out here, bruv. He's finished. It's done. It's over. Sadly, a lot of people still hang on to the fact that if you put better players around him, he'll be better. Load of rubbish. Good players stand out in a poor team. It's as simple as that. You go back through history. The season Man United won the treble in '99. Premier League Player of the Season was David Ginola. David Ginola. And he played in a team that finished 10th. So, listen, good players stand out. Matt Letizia, week in, week out, was an absolute baller. Georgie Kinkladze, week in, week out, baller at Man City in a dead team. All of them were in dead teams and they all stood out. You know, even going back to last season, you know, Aubameyang and Lacazette stood out for us pretty much every other week or every week. If one of them didn't, the other one did. And we were crap last season, let's be real. Good players always stand out and the cream always rises to the top no matter what they play with. So, yeah, man. Screw Flex, good evening to you, bruv. I hope you're well. Thank you for that, mate. Keep up the good work. Love your channel. Let's read some more of these. Let's do a couple more minutes. I'm going to get out of here. Probably do my transfer video and pre-upload it for tomorrow so I can have a nice early night. Who do you think we will actually sign, says Adam Pell. I think we'll sign Fraser. I do think we'll sign Fraser. I do think we'll get Tierney as well. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Let's do 3 more questions, and then I'll get myself off. $643 people watching live. Please do stick a like on the video. Only 96 on there right now. Let's boost that through 150 before we go. And don't forget as well, like I said, transfer video will be out 7 in the morning as normal. And I will be doing my live stream a lot earlier tomorrow. It won't be at 5 o'clock. It'll probably be about 1, half 1, 2, something around that. And I will not be doing a 9 o'clock, as I will be on a plane to Spain. So 3 more of these and we're gone. Giroud is shit. But the final boosted his ego. Which idiotic speaker made Arsenal fans applaud him at the Emirates? Bruv, I didn't applaud him at the Emirates. I didn't applaud him. Yeah, he was coming on to try and score against us minutes after our fans booed the substitution of Lacazette going off. I refused to cheer him. Yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of people have jumped on board now when he was trolling us over thanks Arsenal when he's holding the Europa League up. Listen, he could have gone to 4 clubs, 5 clubs. He could have gone Marseille, could have gone Everton. He could have gone Borussia Dortmund as a straight swap for Aubameyang and Cash. He could have gone to West Ham. Instead, he chose to go to Chelsea. That says all we need to know about him. Safe flight. Enjoy your holiday. Thank you, Chig. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you to everyone else in the chat as well. Let's do 2 more of these. I swear I can't read that. That's wrong. Can we win the league with a sustainable model? Well, I think Leicester City proved that, mate. So yes, I think we can. Thank you, Sergio. Cheers, mate. I'll try and bring some players back from Spain. They've got some good ones out there. Stefanovs would make Mustafi a bench warmer, says Liam Radcliffe. Do you know what, Stefanovs? Yeah, mate, Gus Caesar would make him a bench warmer, bruv. Will Zaha come to Arsenal? This is the last one I'm doing. Says Abdi Duad. Listen, I don't think we want Zaha. I don't think we want him. I don't think we've bid for him. I think it's all media speculation. If we do want him, we would have bid more than £40 million for him. We don't want him. It's as simple as that. So listen, thank you to everyone in the chat room tonight. Lively chat room as always. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone wishing me a good holiday as well. Thank you very much. So I do appreciate that. And thank you to over 600 still watching live now. Bang the likes. It does help the channel grow. So appreciate that each and every time you do it. And thank you to everyone who donated as well. I will see you all at 7 AM for the daily transfer video. Before I go, there's 580 of you watching live, and I've been told Claude is live right now. So if you want to go and check Claude out, let me check before I go. Let's see if Claude is live. If you want to go and check out Claude's video, let's make sure he's live before. Yes, Claude is live. Go and give him a watch and a sub. He's a nice guy. Despite what people say about him, he's genuinely a sound geezer and a friend of mine. I like him. I've got a lot of time for him. So go and chuck yourselves over to there if you've got nothing like Love Island to watch. Laters, peeps. Thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Bye.